This experiment is about how different birds with different beaks will survive in an environment. We will using different materials to visualize a bird's beak. Then use road material to try to get jelly bears and M&Ms out of a plate to a cup. This is to visualize how birds with different beaks would survive in an environment with different kind of prey, food, and also learn about natural selection of species.
We think a spoon would act best in the environment, as it would be able to scoop up many M&Ms from the plate to the cup, which states that the spoon would be the best in the environment and would survive the best in the environment. For the fork and toothpick, I think it wouldn't be able to pick up any of the M&Ms, and you need to punch it in the M&Ms, and I don't think that would be a possible thing to do. So we think that it wouldn't be able to survive in the environment and would eventually die out. Lastly, with the chopsticks, I think it would be able to get some of the M&Ms, but it would still have a hard time surviving in the environment, as you need to compete with the spoon beak, which I think it wouldn't be able to survive the best in the environment and would also eventually die out. So this is our hypothesis for the jelly bear's environment. With I think for the jelly bear's environment, the spoon would act best in the environment and we would be able to scoop up from the plate to the cup a lot, which is similarly to the M&Ms. And that means it would act best in the environment and survive the best in the environment. For the fork, chopsticks, and toothpick, I think it would be able to pick up some of the jelly bears that you can poke in the jelly bears and put from the plate to the cup. Thus, we think the fork, chopsticks, and toothpick would be good for the environment, but wouldn't be the ideal beak for the environment, like the spoon.
For the material, we have spoon, fork, chopstick, toothpick, timer, jelly bear, M&M, plate, and 3 cups.
So this is the procedure. First step, we need to put M&M on the plate. Then use spoon, fork, chopstick, and toothpick to pick up M&M to the cup. Then count the amount that we can pick them. Next, put the jelly bears on a plate. Then use spoon, fork, chopstick, and toothpick to pick up jelly bear to the cup. And the last step is to count the amount that we can pick them.
This is the result. The spoon was the best in the environment. It can pick up 62 M&M out of 26 M&M. The fork was the worst in the environment. It can pick up 0 M&M out of 26 M&M. The toothpick wasn't worse, but it can pick up 1 M&M out of 26 M&M. The chopstick wasn't bad as you thought it would be. It can pick up 6 M&M out of 26 M&M. For the jelly bear environment, the spoon was the best environment. It can pick up 23 jelly bear out of 34 jelly bear. The fork was able to pick up 16 jelly bear out of 34 jelly bear. The toothpick and the chopstick were able to pick up 14 jelly bear out of 34 jelly bear.
So this is our conclusion. So when we observe in the M&M environment, we can see that the spoon is the best in the M&M environment, which leads us back to natural selection, which is the spoon beak birds would be able to survive the best in the environment. And the fork and toothpick beak would be able to survive the environment and would eventually die out, while the chopsticks would have a hard time competing to survive with the spoon beak. Thus, the spoon beak would be the only one that would survive in the environment, as it was the best and would be able to survive in the next generation. Similarly, with the jelly bear's environment, the spoon also acts the best in the environment, like in the M&M environment. But this time, chopsticks, toothpicks, and fork also acts almost as well as the spoon, but it has a little bit less amount, which means that in the environment, the spoon would be at advantage at the environment, but the other beaks would also have a hard time competing with the spoons also. So in this environment, the spoon might be the most, but the other beaks might be a little bit less, but maybe are still going to survive in the environment, though with a tough time. So let's get straight into the evaluation. There are some improvements that could be done to this experiment. So instead of measuring once for how many M&Ms could be put to the plated cup and how many jelly bears can put in the plated cup, we can do it 3 times, so it would make our experiment more accurate. Second and lastly, with the foods that are picked up, instead of just using M&Ms and jelly bears, we can add ice cream, crackers, or chips. It would help us understand more about how different beaks would interact with different foods, and this would help us learn more about natural selection. So this is our presentation about natural selection. Please give me full score. Thank you.